Got Rosie here. Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. So for this week's video, we are doing something that is so freaking requested. I'm not even joking. So many people have requested this. Blows my mind. I don't know if you follow my Instagram, which you totally should. It's just Zachary.k.14. I don't know if you check out my account, but I have been obsessed with photography. I love to post photos. A lot of people over the years are like, oh my god, how do you take these photos? Especially videos are like, oh, what camera do you use? What camera do you use for photos? Literally, this video was more requested than the YouTube hacks. So I wanted to just do it. A lot of people have also asked me how I do like the stories, like the little strip with the yellow and all that kind of stuff. And we're gonna be talking about Instagram hacks to grow your account. And let me just say, there are some good hacks that work for me, work for a lot of other people. Trust me, you're gonna wanna stick to the end. So if you wanna see like how to grow your account, literally this hack will probably gain 100 followers. I'm not even kidding. But I think it's enough to say. Make sure to like this video, subscribe down below. I'm actually vlogging on my second channel, Zach's Camera Roll, today. A little behind the scenes, like what you're seeing right now. Go over to that channel. It's just Zach's Camera Roll. I upload 2 to 3 times a week. Why is it so good? We're just gonna start with how I take photos, and I wanna kinda like recommend some of the lenses that I like to use, and just like what is the best, because obviously you want my opinion if you're watching this video, if that makes any sense. First, I wanna kinda like explain something, and basically there's 2 kinds of lenses, a prime lens and like a zoom lens. And I have a lot of things to say for each of them, so I'll try to keep it short. Prime lens is something that you can't zoom in at all. You're stuck to like a specific aperture, like you can't move at all. Like for example, like this lens, like I can zoom in and out. Prime lenses are actually pretty cheap. They're like $100, $200. I know a lot of people are like, Zach, that is so expensive, but comparing to like $2,000, $3,000 lenses, it's a pretty good deal. Probably all the photos that you see of mine that you like are probably the ones with the prime lenses. They're not terrible, I'm not gonna lie. They're pretty good lenses, especially because they have a very low f-stop, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I don't know, I just feel like they're too zoomed in. I feel like with these lenses, you always have to be like, oh, I have to step back and I have to like get the whole frame. I don't know, I just feel like it's not worth it. Okay, second category, zoom lenses. So zoom lenses are something like this. This is my vlog lens. I don't know if you check out my vlog channel. Shameless self-promo, go check it out. But this is something I'd use for my vlog channel. And basically you can zoom in like this and out. Prime lenses, again, you can only like, it would probably come like this. And you can't go like that. It would just like stay like that permanently. Now the next thing we're gonna talk about is the f-stop. And this is very important if you wanna get like that blurry aperture beauty guru effect. But this lens would probably not get you something like that. This is mainly for vlogging. It's like wide angled, you can see the scenery, but there's no blur at all. So I'd probably not recommend this one. This is the 18 to 55 millimeter. It usually comes with a camera. And the f-stop is 4 to 5.6, which is not very good if you wanna get like that blurry effect. So I would not recommend this. That's why like the prime lenses are so low. Like the one I had was 1.8, you guys. Do you know how it's literally like this? Do you see that blur? But the only thing is like it's so, I'm sorry, my camera died. I'd say probably 2.8 is like where it starts getting good. 2.8 and down. I think the lowest you can get is 1.8. I'm not sure, maybe 1.4. That one's really expensive, so I don't know about that one. But the one I'm actually gonna start filming on is this one. It's the 17 to 50 2.8. It has that zoom. It has the really good aperture with the blurry background effect. The next step I kind of like dread doing. But the next step is to, why do I hate this? I'm so lazy. Is to get all the footage that you recently took on your, why is it not coming out? On your memory card and putting it in the computer. I usually like to put the memory card on the computer so I can read through all the footage and see like what I got, like all the photos and stuff. And then after that, I usually download all of them. And yeah, you're good to go. Usually this step is easy. The only thing is that when I take a lot of photos, I don't like browsing through 300 photos because it's a lot of time. Okay, next step is honestly something that is very tricky because obviously no one wants to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on like an editing software to edit all their photos. Here are my tips to kind of like avoid spending thousands and thousands of dollars on softwares and stuff like that. So let's hear my like secrets and stuff. The most popular editing software is Lightroom. It's an Adobe app. Basically, you can like white balance your photos. That's why everyone is obsessed with it because you can just make the whole thing like white. Visco is a lot of people use that. I'm trying to think. PicMonkey, some people use that. Yeah, I'm just gonna be super real and blunt. I use Lightroom for all my photos. And fun fact, I don't use the computer version because first of all, I don't know how to use it. Second of all, why don't I use it? I'm so stupid. I actually bought like the whole subscription because I use it for my YouTube videos, like the intros and outros, like the little graphic. So yeah, so my subscription actually includes the Lightroom. I, fun fact, actually use the free version. I use the mobile Lightroom one. Fun fact, hold on, the sun's now like really bright. Okay. So yeah, the one mobile is actually free, which is so mind-blowing. Like a lot of people, I didn't even know it was free, like honestly. The mobile app basically is very exactly similar. Definitely download the mobile one because it's pretty dang similar. Like it's basically the same software for free. Like, what? It's probably like a lot better than the computer version. I probably could say that, but the one on the phone, free, use it. Honestly, I wish I could be like, oh, I liked using this tone and I like doing that. Honestly, I know you're not gonna wanna hear this answer, but I usually just play around with it. I can like show you like a photo. Like, this is how I usually would edit it. Oh, hon. Oh my God, my singing voice is like, you know what I'm saying? Why is the sun doing this stupid thing to me on this day? Why? Here's a photo, for example, the one I took in France. You can see exactly what I did to it. So exposure usually makes it like brighter or darker. So see like how I go lighter, it gets darker. Like this is the original photo. See how like dark it is? And I like brightened it up. So I usually do like around, I want to say like +1. Contrast, again, it like gets really dark and like orangey. Someone actually commented, wow, you got tan. And I'm like, I didn't get tan. I accidentally edited it a little bit too dark, but at least only one person noticed. So yeah, the contrast is usually very light because see how I literally look 20 shades darker? We try to avoid those. Let's do like a little. Highlights, usually I keep lighter. Shadows is usually the thing I'm like, boom, like in your face. So shadows is usually 100 or like 90%. Like we go crazy on the shadows. Blacks, again, it makes it like really dark and like white. So I usually do it like a little lighter. And yeah, there's my photo. I'm trying to see what else I did to this photo. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, here's the before the photo. Dang, I haven't seen this photo non-edited in so long. And here's the new and improved version. What the heck? I know, it's so crazy. So it all comes up to preference. Obviously, just use the free one on your phone. I think it works on Android. I'm not exactly sure, but it probably does. So download that app because, oh my God. Download that app because it is so amazing. Like I can show you like a little like clip of like the desktop kind of version. Yeah, usually after this step, I usually just post it onto Instagram. I don't really have any tips for that. Also, I love how all like my desk crap moved from my desk to that. So I literally look like I have my life together when I don't. Okay, first thing is probably stories. Okay, so there's a lot of different kinds of stories, and I want to kind of like describe each one like kind of individual. Okay, first thing we're going to talk about is stories, Instagram stories, all that stuff. So one of the apps I use for Instagram stories is Unfold. I don't know if you've heard of it. I don't know if you see like when I promote my YouTube videos like, oh, go check them out, or blah, blah, blah. It is the DW1 filter, and I like it because it has like the desktop kind of thing, if that makes any sense. I forget if it's money or not, I'm just gonna be real. So yeah, I also like the FF1 filter. It's like vintage and like cool. So yeah, I like to use that for like promoting my videos, if that makes any sense. I'm sorry, I forget if it's money. I think it's like $1. Other than that, just like generic stories. Everyone literally out there has been doing this, and it's the filters on Instagram. So some of my favorite ones are aesthetic colors. I like doing the second one because it's like more like orangey, if that makes any sense. Screen record this ish up. So yeah, I like doing this one because it's like See what I'm saying? So I like the aesthetic colors one. What else do I like? Oat milk I love using for like objects. Like if I'm getting like coffee or like Starbucks or something, I like doing it like on my skin. It makes me look kawaii. Not like that a filter. So I usually just use it like on objects, if that makes any sense. A1, I like that filter. I like the B. Yeah, A or B. Oh, Mood is my favorite one because I don't know why. It's like my favorite. Like Retro Dust, I like Ciobella. So those are my favorite ones to use. Okay, so usually what I like to do is like layer text. So for example, I might do like filming new, and then I'll go in like a small one, like a typewriter kind of thing. Yeah, and then I'll say filming new, YouTube, video. That, I don't know, I love this effect. And then usually what I do after that is go in with like the marker. I like the thick one because it's more like strokey material, if that makes any sense. I go all the way up and then I just use the yellow color and then I just go like that. Oh, that was terrible. And then I just go like, ew. Usually it takes me a while, I'm sorry. Like, ew. Do you see how long it takes me to do this? That will have to do. But yeah, that's the final look. I love doing this. It kind of like spices up my stories. Okay, Instagram story highlights. Obviously, this one's not needed. This is such an obvious one. It's not needed, but honestly, I love it because it like adds like a professional look to my account. Yeah, so like I said, the stories are not really important, but I like the professional kind of look, so I'll share what I do. Here are the ones I have. They're actually bought, fun fact. I forget how much they are. They're from one of my favorite graphic designers. I actually use her for like my YouTube videos and stuff. Her name is @Taipei. I'll link all her stuff in the description box. Obviously, you can save money on this. You don't have to do this. The only reason I bought them is because I like to add them for my YouTube videos, like for the intros, the outros, because it adds like a professional look. So I like using that just for that because I use the images for like everyday use. But if it's just for Instagram, I don't think I would have bought it. An alternative to not paying for this, which is probably something you should probably do, is going on the internet. Let's say you want to do like, I don't know, you want to make a dog highlight. So you just search up dog PNG and then find one that's transparent because you can't use it if it's not transparent. So like this one's pretty fine. Then you go into Fonto and you find like whatever background you want. I probably recommend searching up backgrounds like pastel because it like adds a cool effect. So like pastel, and then you add the two images together and it makes your own highlight and you don't have to pay $10 for it. So that's like a cheaper alternative, but I don't know. I love using them because I like got two purposes out of them. Let me just say, we're about to sip some freaking tea. So how to get likes, how to get followers, all that stuff. Obviously, you don't want to buy your followers because like, I think that's illegal. I have no idea. It's probably illegal, let's be honest. So suspicious when you have like 100,000 followers and you get like 20 likes. Do you see what I mean? Like, obviously some people are gonna be like, what? Like, that's literally what I do myself. I'm like, how does that person have 100,000 followers and gets 20 likes? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Obviously, they bought the follower. I feel like I'm not like at super high number. Like, I don't have like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 followers, but I don't have like low. Like, I'm not like at 50 or 60. So I feel like I can say a pretty good amount of tips. I honestly don't know how much followers I have. I don't check. Like, I'm not like crazy about it. I have 341 at the current moment. So here's some of my like secrets, like the tea. Well, let's just do it. Number one is following private accounts because usually they follow you back because like they have to go in and like accept you, all that stuff. So usually when I'm like accepting people, I usually follow them back because they're already following me. So yeah, that's one of my tips because obviously they're gonna want to follow you back because you're following them, if that makes any sense. Why is the lighting so bright? I'm sorry. Okay, next. Oh my god, this is my favorite one. Oh my god. I literally thought of this idea in biology. I was bored out of my freaking mind and I was like, this is the best hack I think I've ever came up with, like literally. And I started using it and let me just say it works. It works. Obviously we have the hack with the private account and I was trying to think like, what is a good one for public? And I thought of this one that literally works 99% of the time. Okay, this one honestly doesn't work if they have like 2 or 3 posts. So yeah, this hack would probably not work on them, but if they have like, I wanna say like 4 to 5 posts, it probably works on them. All you have to do is follow them and then like, I wanna say like all their recent posts or all their posts in general. Honestly, this now that I'm thinking about it, looks like you're a freaking stalker, but it's worth it if you want them to follow you. 99, I'm not even kidding, 99% of the time, they follow you back. One thing that's actually a lot of people have been doing recently that I actually noticed is that you promote their friend and the friend promotes you, and usually like you can get a couple followers that way. So yeah, like that's another trick is to like get your friends to shout you out and you shout them out, and like it's a whole little brand deal kind of thing. Yeah, you could probably get like a couple 100 followers, like especially if your friend has like 500, 600, 700 followers, it's like a good swap. Okay, how to get likes. Obviously, this is like a very basic one, but promoting your photo on your story. You can even do that little feature where you can tap on the photo and it like directly links you to the photo. So you literally don't even have to do anything. This next tip actually doesn't have to do with like all the Instagram and like likes and followers and all that stuff. I was sitting in class one day and my friend and I were talking about how it's really hard to get like the spaces in Instagram. Like you type and then you do like spaces and then they usually like join together. Like I'll plug in a picture right now. I searched up how to get spaces. Let me just say, if you're really extra and you want to do this, I don't know, I feel like it's really extra and it's a very big waste of your time. All you have to do is download an app called Instafamous. You just type in whatever you want your caption to be and then copy it and then it usually transforms it. I don't know, if you want to be really extra and stuff like that, I'd probably do it. I don't know. Is it a waste of time? Probably. Is it like cool and aesthetic? Probably. The next hack that we're going to be talking about is how to get an aesthetic feed. And obviously mine is not very good, let's be honest. But let me show you someone that is. This is an example of an aesthetic feed. Like all the photos go together. It's like white balance. Usually by having like the same preset. Like this person, for example, Aspen Ovard, has her own presets. They're hella expensive, so I wouldn't buy them myself. I'd rather just edit them myself. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe down below, follow Roxy while you're at it because she's here and she needs some more followers. Also, Evelyn's here. Say hi.
What's up, my gang?
That's all I have to say, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye!